Yo, what's good, everybody? Slik the Relic, the living fossil. I'm back again. Some of y'all know me, some of y'all don't. I'm here for that sampling tutorial that I said I was gonna drop, and just to get y'all started, just to show y'all, how I get down, and maybe y'all can learn a little. Y'all can take a few tips of what I do. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully somebody give me some feedback. Well, they'll give me some tips because I'm still. Certain things that I still don't know about the RS. I'm still learning new stuff after, 6 years I've had it. But right now I'm just in a mode where I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I know where I can go with the RS. So therefore, like other stuff, when I learn other stuff, that's like a plus now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm basically in a certain mode that I rock now. But no more, let's cut to the chase. Let's just get into the sampling and stuff like that. And I'm going to just let y'all know how I get down. First off, I just want to say I usually sample on track 16. The reason I do that is because I work it the way, how the studios used to work it. I don't know how studios work it now. I ain't been in the studio in a minute. But I know Yamaha has this set up like how they used to rock the studios in the 80s and 90s, where all your drums is the first beginning. Tracks 1 to 8 are always drums. That's why when you go into track 1, you know what I'm saying? You go into track 1, you'll get drums. I'm not hearing drums right now. It's because I've got my sampler stuff set up. But you will hear drums from track 1 to track 8, and from track 9 to track 16 is basically you will hear, bass lines, bass, brass, guitars, all that stuff will be down here. So basically I put track 16 as my sampling track. Track 15 will be a sampling track, track 14 will be a sampling track, track 13 will be a sampling track. Usually I don't get that far. I usually track 16, 15, probably 14. But alright, so now I would hold track select. You see track 16 is blinking. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get to your tracks. Hold track select, put it on 16. And now you will go to your sampling section, which is up on top. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can see my fingers up on top, sampling section. You know what I'm saying? You can start sampling up here. Before we start that, get your jack, put your jack in the back. You're going to see a spot that says sampling. It's going to say input, R and L. You know what I'm saying? L is obviously supposed to be mono. So I don't usually sample in stereo. I'm doing this quick. Put it into the input L and run it into your amplifier or your speaker, your boom box. You know what I'm saying? That's what I usually do. I'm using 1/4" jacks. It goes into my amp, goes into the headphone jack. I'm going into the headphone jack. I'm not gonna hear what I'm sampling. It's just gonna sample and then we're gonna rock from there. But I'm gonna let y'all hear what I'm getting ready to sample. Alright, and this is what I'm getting ready to sample. I'm going to sample a portion of this from somewhere. A portion of this sample is going to be sampled into the RS. Alright? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the beginning. Like I said, the way I got it set up, you're not going to hear the sample getting sampled. It's on headphones. And the record is playing right now. So what I'm gonna do now, go into sample, go into your standby start and stop sampling button. Alright, press that. You're gonna see, I don't know what you're gonna see, but my type is kit, sample kit. Frequency is gonna be 44 kilohertz. The source is a stereo out, resampling, and mono stereo. Sometimes some guys sample in stereo. I sample in stereo sometimes, but I usually sample mono, L, and R. You know what I'm saying? That's what I usually sample. Mono, L, and R. Press OK on that. Now you're gonna get, if you got your sample playing already, you're gonna see the meters jumping. I don't know if you can see my meters jumping. Yeah, I think you can see that. This is the sampling level. You know what I'm saying? You can sample the level anywhere you want. The trigger level's at 64. If you wanted to trigger right away, just put it all the way down. You know what I'm saying? Or you could just do it on your own manual by going to trigger mode. I usually just put it all the way down, so as soon as I press the button, it starts. Alright? I got the volume's on low. My sampling volume's on low. Basically, I'm going to press the standby button. It's going to start sampling. It's sampling now. You can tell by the waveform jumping. You can see the wave graph. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. And it's jumping. It's very low right now, but I'm going to normalize that. Alright? Usually when it gets to the end of the bar, I stop it. Alright? Now, it's been stopped. Let me get back up. Shut this part off. I don't know what I sampled. It's basically pianos. You know what I'm saying? Let me hook this back up to my mixer. Let y'all see what else I'm done. Alright. Now, another thing I need y'all to understand is how to find this sample. I know a lot of people are having trouble. As soon as they sample, they don't know where it's at. So they sitting here pressing keys like, yo, where the sample at? Where the sample at? Alright, well, usually what I start doing, make sure I hear my drums. If my drums is there, I know I got sound. Alright, so now, go back to track 16. You can't find the sample. The RS is set to sample at key C3. Alright? You don't have to sample on C3. And I'm gonna tell you the best thing to do. Best thing to do is before you sample, and it's gonna say assign key at your standby button. When you go into the sample, right before you sample it, it's gonna ask you your assign key. Do not, if you don't want it at C3, don't put it at C3. Put it at E0. E0 is the best place to sample. And you're gonna find out why when I come out of here. Alright? It says C3 now. If you're on C3, do what I'm doing right now. Go to sample edit. That's up here. Press sample edit. Press it about 3 times. Go to file. You're gonna see all the sample job list. You're gonna see the job list. You go to file. See file? Go to move. Alright? Use your F2 knob and go to move. Alright? Once you go to move, you press select F4. Blah. Now, audition it. It's gonna say key C3. You don't want it there. What you want, where you want it is, you want it at E0. Alright, so where it says type kit C3, when it says type kit C3, you move that to move it to E0. Right, now it's at E0. Press do. Blah, it's done. Alright, now when you play it, it's going to be on this first button. Alright? You got to go down 2 octaves. See, it's not here no more. You moved it to E0. Alright, so now it's on track 16, E0. The reason why I'm saying put it on E0 is because when you slice your sample, they slice it and put it on E0. Your sample could be over here somewhere, but when you slice it, it's gonna be here. Because they start with this button and they go up. You know what I'm saying? They start there and they go up. So that's why I'm saying put it there so you always know it's at. You ain't gotta be looking around for it. Alright? Now we're gonna slice this. Now what I'm gonna do now, first before I slice it, I'm gonna go to sample edit again, and I'm gonna normalize it. Normalizing it obviously brings the level up without distorting it. Whatever's there is going to be there, it's just going to be raised a little. You can raise it as high as you want. You know what I'm saying? Look, 138% ratio. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's leave it at 100%. You know what I'm saying? E0, audition. You know it's there. Now you press do. Usually, depending on how long the sample is, it's right away. Alright, blah, it's done. Now you listen to it. See that? See that? That's done. So now you just create it. If you don't like it, you can do it over. You know what I'm saying? Press create. Replace E0. Yes, I wanted you to place E0. Blah, it's done. Now you come out. Press it again. Look at your graph. Your graph now got a lot of peaks and valleys now. It ain't little no more. It's got all the peaks and valleys now. Alright? All the peaks and valleys are there. So now after you do that, after you do all